Decision-making scheme and sudden change comes in many forms, whether at the level of companies or countries, but the biggest challenge lies in dealing with unknown change, the kind of change that surprises us without warning. In this video, we will delve into how to deal with sudden changes using the decision-making chart, and we will address the steps, the basics that should be followed whether you are running a company or you are at the level of decision-making in countries. Types of change. There are three types of change: the known and known change. For example, a company decided to merge the sales and marketing department or replace the paper system with an electronic system at work, or any change that was previously approved. It is a change that has been studied and it is known why this change will be made and what are its results. The second type is the expected change, similar to the first type, except that we did not decide to start the change, but we are ready and we know exactly what is required. For example, it is expected to increase the tax on a particular commodity, and this increase entails making adjustments in a company that consumes this commodity as a raw material, either by increasing the price or making some adjustments to reduce the cost and maintain the price of its final product. And in the event of a tax increase or the expected change, companies' pre-studied decision will be ready and changes will be made at the company level, and examples are many. Type 3 is the unknown. This type is sudden and unexpected, and the best example is the corona pandemic. The pandemic was unexpected and the measures as well, including the complete closure, were unexpected, but companies that had sufficient flexibility to work remotely were the least affected compared to their counterparts in the same field of work. And whatever the nature of the work of any company, the company's flexibility will reduce the damage resulting from the sudden change, even slightly. And the question is, if such a type occurs, how can it be dealt with, and is there a precautionary measure? In this video, we are going to answer this question. Through the decision-making scheme, we start with the first question: can it be adapted to suit the mechanism of work so that some procedures are modified and the work of the company or ministry continues to achieve the goals set? The answer is either yes or no. If yes, we ask the following question, which is, does it require a significant change in vision? Is it possible to restructure the work completely or significantly so that the nature of the company's or ministry's work is not affected? If the answer is yes to all the two questions, we need a new structure, and this structure, whatever it is, whether stopping some departments, merging them, working remotely immediately, or any other matter, will take into account this change so that the work continues normally. And if the answer here is no, I will talk about it later. After the completion of the restructuring, we work revised business case, and it contains the scope of work, objectives, risks, and others, and they all need a radical re-revision to comply with this sudden change, and also need a revised vision that takes into account all the effects resulting from this change, and accordingly the operating model of the company or ministry will be updated. And we return here if the answer is no, that is, we do not need a big change in the vision, so the amendment to the business case will be small, updated business case, and the same for the vision. Then the strategy will be updated. Then update the project management office, PMO, either project management office, or program management office, or portfolio management office, or organization management office, regardless of the name. But this office governs all procedures and follow-up for all projects related to the company or the ministry and its presence in a way, and then communicate with each stakeholders and inform them of all amendments, and then reposition the company and continue to work. Here at the top, if the answer is no, if we do not have enough flexibility to restructure or make changes to absorb this change and continue forward, then there is a situation that we call stagnant status or a state of downtime, and through this scheme I answered the first question about the procedures for dealing with sudden change. As for the second question, which is whether there is a preventive measure through a certain structure within the company to deal with this type of change, the answer lies in the organizational structure, the quality of the departments to exist, the level of knowledge, the quality of training programs and other procedures, and through my book Governance, Innovation, and Change in an Accelerated World, and among its topics there is a proposed theory for a flexible management model that can adapt to sudden changes and reduce their negative effects.